I wanna rock, rock. Said I want to rock, rock. Hey, hey, hey. Well, this is a question of the week. I used to do these a lot back in the day, and I liked doing them. The problem was I didn't get a whole lot of responses, and the responses I got were great, but it was kind of like, But now that I got over 3,500 subscribers, I should actually hopefully get a couple more views from now on. I think shouldn't be putting out a video and only getting like 5 views, should I, Eduardo? No, it's crazy. Anyway, in this question of the week, I want to pose is, as you can tell by the title, should Mike Tyson have been allowed to be in the Hall of Fame? I'm not going to give my my thoughts on it until I go and I review this next Friday. It's question of the week. I'll do them on Fridays. We'll go to the next Friday, and then I'll review it and then introduce the new question of the week. Okay, that's how we used to do it, and that's how we're going to do it again. I'll start out with why, or the story of Mike Tyson, kind of thing. There, he was born a poor boy in the Catskills. I'm not going that route. Here we go. Mike Tyson, or Iron Mike Tyson, however you want to look at it. At one time, he was the most feared man on the planet. Some of you younger people out there were deprived of seeing him. Opponents were beaten before they even got in the ring with this man. He was the youngest heavyweight champion ever. He was fast, vicious, powerful, devastating, and intimidating. 19 straight knockouts to start his career. Most of them were in the first round. I think 16 of them were. He came in, he had no socks. He wore a towel, cut-out towel, white towel for a robe, black trunks, black boots. And he was frightening. He fought with an anger that you just don't see guys fighting with anymore. Well, maybe Valero fought with it, but he was completely insane. Okay? You looked at it, he was 37-0 with 9 title defenses. 6 as the unified title holder. Had all the belts. And he defended those 6 times. He got his first title, the WBA, or WBC, when he destroyed Trevor Berbick in 2 rounds. Classic Tyson beatdown. If you really wanted to see it, when he was done, put his hands out, you were like, oh my God, this guy is unbelievable. The next one, who was a Smith, a Bone Crusher Smith, who put on a clinic for holding. If you ever want to learn how to hold somebody, kind of watch what he did to Tyson in that fight. It was horrible. He caught him with a good shot in the 12th, but Tyson dominated him. And then Tony Tucker, he took the belt from Tony Tucker, and they even said Tony Tucker broke his hand. But it was just amazing what he did to people. When he knocked out Michael Spinks in 91 seconds, I was so mad because we had paid for the fight. This is when if it wasn't for Mike Tyson, you wouldn't know about pay-per-view. I'm serious. This man was the reason why they started doing this stuff. Because you went, it was on HBO, whatever it was, you paid $19 or whatever. It was a lot of money back then. And you went and you left because you were going to get your popcorn, because you were going to sit down and watch a beatdown. And it was faster than that. 91 seconds, Michael Spinks got hit with a body shot. He's like, oh! And you could see it. He's like, oh! And you knew the fight was done. But with all that, going back, you can see the trouble in his life. He started getting in trouble. He was accused of beating his wife. Robin Givens went on live television and I think on Larry King and basted him and said he was an abuser. He'd been in run-ins with the law. She said he hit him. If you ever seen Robin Givens, she weighed like 110 pounds. Tyson would ever hit her, she'd have died, man. Because if you ever watch after he punched Mitch Blood Green in the head, it was like Green's eyes swelled up so big, it was like he had his own city with a zip code. It was like, it was huge. Blood green was exact that because there was blood all over in it. You know what I'm saying? He was messed up. And then the rape thing that came up with the Miss Black America beauty pageant with Desiree Washington. So he got into all this trouble that came in. And I'm only stating stuff that had happened. In 2006, I mean, he's convicted for the DUI and cocaine possession. So, I mean, he's had a troubled career as well. Custom Auto died. I mean, a lot of things factored into that. Movies been made about him. Video games have been made about him. I mean, he even had a comeback where he won the WBC title from Frank Bruno and the WBA by absolutely destroying, who was it, Bruce Seldon? Was it Bruce Seldon? Yeah. He's known for one of the most infamous fights ever, the bite fight with Vander Holyfield. I mean, so when you think about this, when you think of Tyson, you think of exciting. You think of fights, something that happened in the fights that just shouldn't have happened. When he got destroyed by Lennox Lewis, then you think of the bad stuff like when he lost to Danny Williams when he tore a ligament in his knee. But when you put the body of work together, he had that reign, came back, won 2 titles again. He was the most, and this could be argued. I mean, sure, Manny Pacquiao is popular right now, and he's popular around the world. But Tyson was like that way for, it seems like forever. I mean, I defy anybody to say who's been the most polarizing boxing figure over the last 25 years. It would have to be Mike Tyson. Because that would be 85 to 2000. That would cover it. When you start thinking about what he was and what he meant to the sport. But when you put in all that stuff, the movies, the movie cameos, doing the WrestleManias, put his whole body of work together, and you got to throw in the bad with the good. Does the good outweigh the bad he did? Or does the bad outweigh the good? And should he be in, after knowing all this stuff that I've given you, all the information, should he be allowed to be in the Hall of Fame? That's the question I'm asking you. I would love to hear your responses, what you think. Comment, rate, subscribe, to this. And then next Friday, we'll go over it, and if some of the comments are really good, I even say your name. I don't care. I'll put you out there in your comment, and we'll go from there, and we'll kind of do a little poll and see if we really believe he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame or absolutely not. He does not qualify. And then if he doesn't, are there other fighters that shouldn't qualify as well, like a Bernard Hopkins? Some guys, if you've served time, if you've done crime, or is boxing seedy enough that you can kind of do that a little bit and get away with it, because this Hall of Fame is a little different than others. I mean, you got the Baseball Hall of Fame, and they've got racists and woman beaters, wife beaters, all that crap in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Ty Cobb, some of those guys, but they don't have Pete Rose. All he did was bet on baseball. Didn't even bet his team to lose. Anyway, think about, I'm getting carried away and going on different stuff. So please comment, rate, subscribe on this. Let me know what you think. All right. Well, hey, this is this is Bigragu, right? Yeah. Bigragu. I'm out.